Hi guys, so this is a Rubik's Cube. The guys who can solve this in 6 seconds, so I'm not doing anything close to that. There are three ways to solve the cubes, not three methods, but three ways. The first is someone can teach you how to do it. Two, you can learn how to do it from YouTube videos and online, so that's a very easy way. But the third way is a pretty difficult one where you figure it out from scratch. And my friend Kevins Omondi and I did this back in either 99, 2000 or 2001, 2002, or sometime there, about 20 years ago, and we were able to figure it out from scratch. And our best result was we could then solve it in maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, I can't remember, but probably between 3 to 5 minutes. We would solve it regularly all the time, nailed it down. So about 20 years later, I've come across the cube again, and I've been trying to figure it out once again. Technically from scratch, but somehow there was some muscle memory. I could remember some of the rotations we had or some ideas, and then we figured it out. So the system I'm going to use is to try and fix the first layer, second layer, and the third layer. And I'm doing this to document this journey. So I'm going to start, what color should I put at the bottom? I'm going to put blue at the bottom now. So what will we do? The center one is there, so blue, center. Then this is orange. So I'm going to put all blue and orange here. Then you see that's a starting point. So where are those blues and oranges? There they are. The first blue and orange is up. Look for another blue and orange. There it is. And just rotate it. How does it go? How does that go? How does that go? Okay, let's just move it aside. Bring it up there. Rotate it there. And that's in its place also. Blue and orange is there. Get yellow up there, so that gives me orientation a little bit. Blue and yellow, so that's pretty straightforward. It is. That's blue and yellow. Let's get those guys out of the way. Move that there, and we are good. Then the next thing is get a yellow and blue here. This corner, where is that? There it is. And I just want to rotate that in, bring it there, and there we go. And red has fixed itself actually, so I only have one last one to go, and that is blue and something, and it's right there. Move this guy out of the way, move that guy out of the way. The bottom layer looks like it's one of the hardest, simplest, but it's a little bit harder than the middle layer, and I'll tell you why. Because middle layer, these cubes don't move. So already red is in place, white is in place, orange is in place, and yellow is in place. So all those guys are just perfectly fine. They're happy. It's all dapper. So that's good. The next is to figure out a rotation that doesn't mess up with your bottom layer, but is able to fix the corner squares where they're supposed to be. And we figured out a system that we're able to move these guys out of the way. So I'll just show you. I'm going to make that move, and then it's something you have to remember, figure it out, then remember. So all my blues, there's no blue on this top layer, so I can play with this as much as possible without really affecting my blue layer at all. And then I can just bring back, after I'm done, I can bring back my blues back, and my blues are back where they were. Bottom layer is perfect. The question is, now to study what those rotations do. If I move this one time, what happens? If I move it 2 times, what happens? And at this juncture, one of the easy things is to move. What we discovered is that okay, this is definitely has to come out, because this is orange and white, but orange is facing this side, white is facing this side, as opposed to the other way. So I'm just going to remove that out of the way, and the way to remove it is more or less the same way that we were doing before. And there we go, that's out. So where is it? It is orange and yellow, and we just change its orientation, bring it there, and now we can do the exact same maneuver from the left side, and it's going to be super dapper. 1, 2, bring that guy out, and I expect that orange and white is sitting perfectly. Oh wait, sorry, yeah, orange and white is sitting perfectly at the corner. Next is red and white, which is here, also goes to the left. 1, to move the blue out of the way. That's the first step. Then just do a 2 rotation at the top, then put back our blues, and when you're done doing that, we'll find that our red and white is also in place. Next, look for red and yellow, which is where there it is. That's to the right now. So what I know is, if I'm able to, you have to study exactly how they come. If I put this facing the wrong sort of red and yellow, and then the yellow part is going to, the red part is going here, the yellow part is coming here, basically opposite colors, it will fit perfectly. So that's what we're gonna do. It's a bit of study, and a 2 rotation will get me there. And yeah, we're good to go. That's in. And then the last one is orange and yellow, which I can see right there. Just ensure that the yellow is on this side and the yellow is on that side. We do wait, and then we rotate on the side of the orange, the side that you want to come up. So there we go. Okay, move that up, then do a 2 rotation, and yeah, I've studied all these rotations basically to figure out what happens. So you can see my first layer and my second layer completely done, and now I need to figure out what to do with my top layer. That is the best part of soup. Now I'm sure the guys who fix these cubes looks at this and just laughs because they can do this in like 3 seconds. But I have to figure out exactly what's going to happen. So first things first, I need to turn these two guys up, and that is a bit complicated. So I'm going to do a 2 rotations so it comes to a position that I fully understand how to turn everybody up, and I'm going to do just that very simply. Yes, I wanted to achieve a situation where I have 2 of this on different sides. Okay, so there are 2 ways to turn this up. I can do what I call a 2 rotation or 1 rotation. For 1 rotation, I have to have the center, the things that are not turned up, this should be green. I rotate from here and I do a single rotation, and if I want to turn them this way, I can do a 2 rotation from this side, from here. But that doesn't end there. Whatever rotation I do from the rotation I'm going to make, these things are going to switch. This is going to come here, this is going to go there. And this will remain where it is. And that's not a good idea, because this is the wrong square. Great, and this is going to come here, and that's going to go there. Okay, but not bad actually. This could actually work. And then this is going to come here. This is, no. And this is going to come here. This is going to come here. So let's do it. Okay, wait. So yeah, this is going to go up. Yeah, that's not what I want. It doesn't work. Because this will turn this up, it will turn this up, turns it up. That's not what I want. What I want to do involves turning, which goes up. In the wrong place. It's a bit tricky. Yeah. Okay. There's one more rotation I'll have to remember, but it's kind of tricky. Alright, fair enough. Let me just turn the 2 faces up, then we can figure out the rest from there. We're going to turn them up like this. We'll do a 1 rotation. Yeah, so those guys are up. Okay, so now we'll try and turn up just one side of the greens. And that won't work. Yeah, this will work. So I'll do 1. I think this will work, I'm not sure. And bring this guy down. And I'm hoping to have just 1 green up. That's perfect. Great. So there we are. And now I can bring all the remaining greens up. And that will happen if I do a single rotation like this. This guy will go up, this guy will go up, that will go up. This I already figured out. And then this will come this way. This will go that way. So the cube will not be fixed for sure. This I already know. Okay. this go there. Actually, it may just, something may just happen. Wait a minute. No, this is coming here. So this is going there. It's tricky, but well, let's try it. Let's see what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to get complete. But yeah. So that's up. Yeah, but you can see there still some messes. So the reason why this is not working is because the top player needs me to think a little bit and just plan, and I'm taking a shortcut. So that's not going to work perfectly. And that's the far I've come. I'm going to continue until I fix it, and I'll just study the top player. I know this is a very slow process because there's a way in which you just see the pattern and you figure it out and you can do it very fast. This is a speed cube, so this is much easier. It's yeah, but I don't want to mess it up until I figured out how to solve the cube. And sometimes I use this. One of the methods I use is to figure out what's going to happen. I take the side I fixed and I just do, let's say, let me see, like I want to do simple rotation like the one we were doing. So I move this up, move that up, move that up, move that up, then I do a single rotation like this, and then bring that guy goes up, bring that guy up, bring that guy up, bring that guy down. Then we have a look and see what happened to the blues. Then we try and remember that we are going to switch them back. And what has happened to the blues is what? So the first thing is okay, let me just make a turn here. We'll bring them back, doesn't work. Bring them back there, okay. It's a bit tricky. So what has happened is yellow and blue has come here. Yeah, I have to study the whole thing. That's kind of what. Let me just reverse it. Hopefully, I remember how to do it. The whole thing. Okay, we did a clockwise rotation, so just do an anti-clockwise rotation there, and bring this down. Yep, and everything is back. But doing that with that is pretty hard. So let's try it with this one so that we can have it all under control. I'm going to have the yellow side facing me. I think that's kind of easy. So I'm going to turn, okay, yellow facing me, red at the bottom, orange at the top. There, there, the bottom lays out. We do a single clockwise turn. You also have an anti-clockwise turn. Then we can do this and do this, and we can use this to study everything that has happened as a result of that change. So what has happened? My bottom layer remains unaffected because the bottom layer basically comes out of the way, and we have here orange and green. Orange and green was sitting where? Orange and green was sitting up here, and it came here. So what happened was the cube that was at this corner comes down. The way it comes down is the side that was on the side comes here, the side that was on the top goes there. So that's the first thing. So the other layers are perfectly fine. So in fact, what it tells me is I can use this rotation to just move green here and orange here, and we're good to go. That's the first thing that happens. Number one. Number two, this tends to remain exactly where it is in many rotations. Very nice. And then this is blue and yellow. Blue and yellow was where? Blue and yellow is here. So blue and yellow has come this way. Then blue and yellow has come this way. Then what was here? This was green and yellow, which has gone there. So whatever is here has gone there, whatever is here has gone this way, and then this is white and blue. White and blue has come here. Strange movement. Okay. So this goes here, that goes there. And then these two change sides. Am I mistaken? No, I'm not mistaken. So this goes here, that goes there. Then these two guys change sides. So really there's so much there's so many permutations that if you can plan how the rotation is going to work, things will just be perfect. So say that again. So I have to see this cube moves here. This cube moves here. So those two cubes move, and then these two cubes change. This goes there, that goes there. Fair enough. Okay, what about the center guys? This center guys. So what happens is this guy comes down, and the guy who was seated here, which is yellow and green, goes the opposite side. This guy remains exactly the same, and this guy, blue and orange, was here. This guy moves here. Okay, so let's see. It's musical chairs. This guy moves here. This guy moves here. This guy moves here, and this guy moves here. Interesting. Interesting rotation. So studying all that, putting it all together, will then be the answer to solving the cube in totality. Anyway, let's see if we can put everything back, which is a reverse of the rotation we made. Okay. We did a single clockwise, so we do a single anti-clockwise, and hopefully that will solve the problems that we have. And we are back. So we've done a bit of study. That's how the studying is being done. It's very laborious, because the other thing then I'm gonna do is assess and see. Let's say, for example, I do this turn, single turn this way, then I do take it back, bring that up, take it up, bring that back. That was a single turn. Okay, and that preserves the first two layers, but then I have to see what happens at the top. And at the top I can see a couple of things have happened. This remains where it was. I know this goes there, that goes here, this goes here, this goes here. This I think is, this I already know from study, is it? Yes, it is. And then when I do that single rotation, what happens is I expect a clockwise move, so that is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise. Okay, so anti-clockwise, whoever was here moves here, whoever was here moves here, and whoever was here moves here, just like that. So if I want to reverse that, and at the same time, what happens? With that move, I expect that this side goes up, that side goes up, and that side goes up. So I'm expecting yellow is at the top, I'm expecting green at the top, and I'm expecting white at the top. To reverse that, I can do a two-turn, which will change everything. It's gonna put, but now this goes up, that goes up, that goes up. That's a two-turn. And what will happen in addition to that is, and we get to this position again. That's why I like only one square up. We're going to have, this one is gonna move there, this is gonna move here. That I know, this is going to move here, that's gonna move here. And then this, we will have a clockwise movement. This will move here, this will move here, and this will move here. So this blue will come to the blue side. I'm very happy with that. This blue will go to the blue side. I'm very happy with that. This white will go to the white side. Happy with that. White will go to white. That white will go to white. So it's all good, I think. So up we go. 1, 2. And that's what I call a two-turn. 1 turn, and there. And we are good. So that's how I study what the changes are gonna be. What else? Yeah, so I know I already have enough information to make a plan that solves the top in terms of the rotations, but the amount of processing I'm making for it needs a bit of time. So anyway, that's where we are, guys. I'll leave it at that, and eventually I'm going to solve this puzzle. So I can give it one last shot. Who knows what's gonna happen if I can. Let me just take a couple of guys out of the way. Then let's see what will happen. You can figure out something. right there. Okay, fair enough. So we have 1, 2, 3 requiring to go up. Great. So I have 2 ways to take this up. First thing, let me move this here to see if we are going to be fine. So orange is not moving, so I'm going to put orange there first to see what will happen. This yellow will go there, and that yellow will come here. That sounds good. This yellow will go here, that yellow will come here. That's exactly what I want. Right? Then this will go there. Not what I want at all. And this will go there. Not what I want at all, so that doesn't seem to solve my problem. But let's do it anyway. All the greens will be up, but will not have solved the problem. We'll still have a couple of problems there. So I have to figure it out. I have to spend some time planning the top layer and find the rotations that will get it where it's supposed to be. It's not impossible, it's actually doable, and I know I'm going to do it, but it requires, like in life, a bit more study of what happens, a bit more patience, and a bit more planning. The planning is a bit deeper, and you're gonna get there. See you guys. Thank you. That's a very long video. I hope it's the sound is good and everything makes sense, and this is going to get done. Cheers. Bye.